Okay, there we go. Okay. We're gonna... Wait, let me see if I can... There we go. Oh, sorry. What? Yun Xiao, what did it say? Oh, it doesn't even... Okay, well. Willows cast indistinct shadows as sunlight bathes the scene in golden hues. The long street teems with palanquins and pedestrians as bustling shops stand beneath the eaves. Okay, let me close the door real quick in case I get annoyingly loud or something. Also, I'm sniffly. I got a different charging cable, so because I like to hold my phone, it's hard for me to like read down, so I'll just situate this cable. There we go. As I approach the courier station, a familiar person sees me and offers an apologetic smile. My apologies, Lady Wanok, but there are no letters from Jala today. Rest assured, I will notify the Ministry of Ceremonial Affairs once one arrives. May I ask whose letter you're waiting for? You're very concerned about it. Wanok, it's from a good friend. We haven't seen each other in quite some time, so I can't help but worry about him. After bidding farewell to the courier, I head to the Nanshan bookstore. There's nothing that needs my attention at the moment. Yo, what up, Tango Kid? Yeah. We're trying something new. So a couple of streamer friends, well, there's this art streamer that I follow, and I noticed like recently he'd been changing his profile pic like every time he streamed. And I was like, oh, that's so intriguing. Like, what is he doing? And so he's just using like different anime and manga character like pictures for his profile picture, you know, which is not something he would typically do because he's not like one of those people. Is that a cold I hear coming on? No, this is my normal. I'm just sniffly. This is like kind of congested or whatever. So he's not the type to like do the profile picture. Like he's not some like alt-right fucking weirdo on the internet. So you know what I mean? Because that's usually what I associate with like anime profile pictures. So just like alt-right podcast bros that are keyboard warriors and shit like that. So he is not like that. Like he is the furthest thing from that. But I was like, oh, you know what? Like, especially with all the fucked up things that people are like doing with AI and doing deep fakes and stuff like that, which is why you're seeing less of me on camera, is because of that. Like, I'm not even trying to like tempt people to do some fucked up shit. You know what I mean? Like my most recent YouTube videos, like I fucking censored the fuck out of myself. So, because if people get all weird about belches, which is like a naturally happening thing, I'm sure they're gonna fucking lose their mind over ass cheeks hanging out of shorts. You know what I mean? Because I like my cheeks were out a little bit, and I was like, okay, well, if they can't handle me belching, they probably can't handle ass cheeks. So let's not even, you know what I mean? Let's like not even fuck with this. Because like, yeah, sure, somebody can probably figure out like the settings I was using, but at the same time, are they really gonna go and like try to go through the trouble of trying to do that? Because usually when I do a filter, I do like 2 or 3. And I do them at different like levels. You know what I mean? And I don't do it the same for everything unless it's like OBS. So like every time I edit, it's always different. I'm not gonna remember because it like doesn't keep the setting. And B, I won't. So yeah, that's like a lot of the reason why most of the VODs are like, they're uploaded, but they're all private. And when I make new videos, I'm blurred. When I do have a camera on OBS, I'm blurred. Like I have filters, because I'm just like, I remember back in art class in high school, we didn't have AI and people were doing fucked up shit with my photos. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not gonna like, now like everybody's doing shitty ass fucking shit with AI. I'm not gonna fucking do that. Like, you know what I mean? So my lived news reality is a lot different from other people's lived news realities. Like, the content and news and information I'm consuming is probably very different from everybody else's. So I don't fuck with AI. Now, is everybody kind of suspicious of Love and Deep Space having AI? I like combed all over Reddit because I was like, if somebody on Reddit tells me that this shit has AI, I'm out. You know what I mean? They do have AR. And I feel like if you choose certain voices, that might be AI. But I listen to this shit in Korean. And I don't fuck with AR. I don't put my menstrual information into this application. You know what I mean? Because that's also, they offer a period tracker. I'm like, bitch, no. And in the surveys, I'm like, you shouldn't even be offering this. Like, you don't. Maybe this isn't the way it works in your country or whatever the fuck, or your jurisdiction, but like, I'm not allowed to have an abortion. I'm not trying to track my period in your fucking app. And there's gonna be people dumb enough to fucking do that shit because they don't want to put pen to paper or whatever. They don't want to do some analog shit. But it's just like, The government's gonna figure out when the fuck you had your period. If you happen to have like a miscarriage or something, they're probably gonna be like, yo, you had your period from here to here, and then you had a miscarriage or whatever the fuck here, straight to fucking jail or whatever the punishment is in whatever that jurisdiction is. Like, I can't get abortions here, right? Because I'm gonna get fucking people on my ass if I try to get an abortion. So, like, you know what I mean? Anything that offers period tracking is fucking weird. So every time in the surveys, every time there is a survey, I let them know. I'm like, that's gross. No, please don't do that. But anyway. So yeah, that's why we're changing profile pictures. That's part of the reason. Just a little less of my face on the internet. That's like accessible for people. Because people do videos out of like thumbnails. It's already had a scandal about that for some VTubers. Oh, what? Deepfakes, or are we talking about Love in Deep Space? It had a site and all. What are we talking about? Be specific. Oh, that's gross. Yeah. Like, when I feel like my cycle's happening, I don't even tell y'all anymore. I don't tell you any of that shit anymore. Like, I think I've maybe talked about my period, like, when it was happening every once in a while, but, like, we don't do that anymore. Because you literally don't know who's watching. You know what I mean? There's, like, no point to be doing that. And some people might think that's, like, super duper hypervigilance, but, like, you give people an inch, they'll take a mile. That's why my about section is the way it is. I'm not trying to let anybody get anything. So, bookstore clerk. Our proprietor put in a tremendous amount of effort to acquire this catalog of ancient jade artifacts. This is the only original copy that's left. Oh. It's like jade in every game. If you're interested, I can let you have it for 99 taels, considered a special offer. I don't know, man. I raised 2 fingers. Bookstore clerk, 20 taels, miss. 20 taels of silver wouldn't even cover the cost of a few pages of this book. Are you? 2 copper coins. Bookstore clerk, what the fuck am I doing? What? Ignoring the clerk's parade of expressions, I pinch a page and gently rub it. The original manuscript of this catalog was published during the previous dynasty, which was over 40 years ago. But the paper in this book is new. It was made this year and artificially aged. Bookstore clerk, that's... Bookstore owner, you foolish boy, this is Lady Gil from the Ministry of Ceremonial Affairs. She oversees the Imperial Archives. How dare you display ignorance before a true expert? Yeah, bitch. Don't be fucking around with me. The bookstore owner hurriedly comes over, scolds the clerk, and turns to me. An ingratiating smile is plastered all across his face. Aside from the jade artifact catalog, he pressed the entire record of rare treasures into my hands. He insists it's compensation for the misunderstanding. But the Ministry of Ceremonial Affairs is a great distance away from here. How am I supposed to carry these books? Standing at the corner of the street with the heavy box, I'm contemplating whether or not to rent a small donkey when I hear the distant sound of galloping hooves. That man on horseback looks somewhat familiar. In the blink of an eye, a figure emerges through the swirling dust. With a face alight with confidence and vigor, he rides toward me while wearing elegant flowing robes. Oh, my screen tried to sleep. When he's within arm's reach, he pulls the reins with a single practiced motion. His fine steed comes to a stop, and he gazes at me. My lady, it's been a year since I last saw you. Yet you still carry a little box with books? Narrowing my eyes under the sun, I take a moment to make out his features. Surprise and delight rush to me. I recognize him. Raphael! You bitch! Wanna, Raphael! Your Highness! Whoops. Raphael, fortunately, all that reading hasn't addled your brain. You still remember me. Wanok, of course I do. I even sent you a letter to Jala 2 months ago, but you never responded. Raphael, your letter only spoke of new books and interesting stones you collected. You didn't even write a single word that implied you missed me. I see no reason to respond to such things. Oh, okay. I rub my forehead and look down the street. A sea of banners flutters in the distance, and I hear the rumble of approaching carriages and riders. A realization dawns on me. Wanok, the distinguished guests who've kept the Ministry of Ceremonial Affairs running in circles are the diplomatic envoys you're leading. Raphael, you knew diplomats were arriving in the capital, but working in the Ministry of Ceremonial Affairs, you weren't aware of their identities? I gently tug his sleeve as it hangs over the horse's back. Wanok, now that I know you're the one, I'm happy. Raphael, is that so? Why? Wanok, you're my good friend. Why wouldn't I be elated? 3 years ago, I ordered to travel to Jala to collect and authenticate various rare jades and compile an illustrated catalog of them. By coincidence, I became acquainted with Raphael, one of Jala's imperial princes, plural, sorry. As time passed, he became my closest friend. After 2 years, I received orders to return to the capital. I had no choice but to hastily bid farewell to Raphael and set off. But for some reason, Raphael's expression suggests he's not satisfied with my answer. Raphael, a good friend. Oh, I don't like that answer. All right, since I'm your good friend, Shouldn't you properly entertain me? I grab Raphael's outstretched hand. Then my body feels weightless as he lifts me and my books onto the horse in one fluid motion. That doesn't seem realistic. Raphael, I don't know how to navigate these streets to reach the Ministry of Ceremonial Affairs. Would you be so kind as to guide me? Go! Wait! Bouncing on the horse's back, I struggle to hold my books in one hand while barely managing to grasp his collar with the other. Galloping like this in the capital will get you fined 10 taels. The Ministry of Ceremonial Affairs deals with matters of the royal court, diplomats, and overseas affairs auspicious and mournful. Officials of every rank hurry about so busily that their feet barely touch the ground. Since Minister Zhou, responsible for receiving diplomats, is sweating profusely from standing in the sun, he sees Raphael arrive and hurriedly steps forward to greet him. Just as he puts on a fawning smile, he notices me behind Raphael, and his expression visibly stiffens for a moment. Oh, do we not like me? I think I'm fabulous, but... Vice Minister Zhou? I think it's a ZH is a J. Greetings, Your Highness. You've traveled for many days and nights. I prepared a welcoming banquet so you may rest after your arduous journey. Please proceed to... Raphael, my apologies, sir. I will not be attending. My attendants, however, are fatigued from their journey. I would be grateful if you could extend your hospitality to them instead. Vice Minister Zhou. Then, Your Highness, I also prepared... Raphael, does Lady Gill have any important matters to attend to? If not, then I wish to entrust all my affairs during my stay in Yunshao to her. Where are my living quarters? I'm momentarily taken aback, but I quickly recall the location of the most well-prepared guest house. Wanok, follow me, Your Highness. As I lead Raphael outside, I catch a glimpse of Vice Minister Zhou's distinctively unhappy expression. I wonder... Wanok, Vice Minister Zhou is notorious for shirking his duties and being crafty about avoiding work. He never volunteers for troublesome tasks. So why is he eager to attend to Raphael? Yao? Jiao? The Ministry of Ceremonial Affairs has arranged the largest guest house in the area for the delegation. The building is adorned with elaborate furnishings, and every type of amenity is provided. The attendants bring Raphael's chests into the room before withdrawing. I also follow them to the doorway. Wanok, I shall not disturb your highness' rest any further. Raphael, wait. He tosses a fruit at the door. The impact closes it. Raphael, why are you being so formal with me? Back in Della, didn't you follow me everywhere I went? Wanok, that was because I was a stranger in a foreign land, and you were the only person I knew. I had no choice but to follow you. Now your highness is a diplomatic envoy, and I am but a humble official in the Ministry of Ceremonial Affairs. I can't neglect etiquette. Raphael, we're the only ones here. I'm Raphael, and you're Wanok. Why do we still need formalities? If we must observe etiquette, shouldn't it be the one that befits friends? Wanok, oh! I suddenly understand and immediately offer him a formal bow. Raphael, that's from the Central Plains. I'm from Jaula. Shouldn't we follow Jaula customs instead? Waiting for me with a calm, unhurried air, he spreads his arms open in an inviting embrace. Wanok, well... Raphael, what's wrong? Aren't we good friends? Just as I raise my hands, I'm pulled into a warm embrace. Raphael, you feel lighter than before. Does Yunsha have nothing to eat? Did you know? That golden sunrise on the mountains we waited 5 days to see appeared 2 days after you left. It was annoying. The lamb you once held has grown up. It's quite bold and chases wild horses for fun. A pleasant fragrance wafts over from his clothes, and as I'm in a daze. Is this greeting supposed to involve a tight embrace? Wanok, your highness. Raphael, I missed you so much. Wanok, what? Internalized screaming. I missed you too. Raphael, I doubt the meaning behind our words is the same. Raphael, never mind. As they say, jade needs to be carved to show its worth, and sometimes a stubborn head needs a wallop to find clarity. Confused, I touch my head as Raphael bends down to pick up an ornate box from the table nearby. Raphael, do you know why I was summoned to the capital this time? I shake my head before nodding. Wanuk, at first, I was unaware. However, I heard that 2 months ago, Jiala discovered several substantial mineral deposits, which greatly pleased His Majesty. I suppose His Majesty has summoned you to the capital to reward you and discuss the details of a mining partnership? And Raphael, to prevent Jiala from harboring ulterior motives and subtly remind me of my place. Like, I understand what that word is, but like saying it out loud sounds weird. Unsure of how to respond, I awkwardly try to move the conversation to another topic. Okay, I'm gonna check on some vegetables that I steamed before we started. I want to kind of make a sauce for it. I think we're charged enough where we can do that now. Okay. I have so many things to wash later. I cannot see you for real this time. If you hear something kind of like with a growly type sound, that is the rice cooker. Okay, so I think we need sesame oil and oyster sauce maybe? Right, this is oyster, right? Yeah. So I steamed some bokchoy. Oh my gosh. Can this open? Oh my god, this hurts. Wow, you're like really stuck. Huh. Should I... Okay, I'm pretty sure I want oyster sauce for this sauce. Let me see if I can pry this open with a knife. Try to break the seal. Like, we've opened this bottle before. It's not a full bottle, so I'm guessing there's just too much sauce like in between the lid is, there we go, in the glass bottle. Okay, so oh okay, we're gonna wipe the edges of this bottle now because that was hard to open. Okay, chat, so I for real cannot see you right now because, like, I'm not looking at a screen that has chat on it. I'm in the kitchen trying to make some sauce for these vegetables I steamed. Okay, hopefully that won't get stuck again. It's also part of the reason why we're not autoing the story. I wanna actually like read through this situation. Yeah. Okay. Please don't get stuck again, lid. Oh my god, sesame. Okay. Oh, that was too much sesame. Okay, hold on. Okay, more oyster sauce. Oh, god. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that I want oyster sauce. Am I gonna look up to make sure that I know what I'm doing? Nope. I'm just gonna let this happen. I need a spoon that won't. Okay, let's lower that a little bit. Don't hurt me. Should we put a little bit of... So we don't have like Xiaoxing wine. We haven't had some for a while. So I have been using mirin when I need Xiaoxing. And just to let everybody know, it is not a 1-for-1 substitution. They are different. So, you know. Oh, that was probably too much. That's fine. We're just heavy pouring everything today. I don't know if I should add garlic. I'm sure it's fine. I'm just... Let's turn that heat off. I'm sure. I think we're fine. You sound a little angry. Sound a little angry, smell a little burny. I'll just go ahead and put a little bit of garlic in there. So there's like garlic paste we have. So it's like super fine. Let's just go ahead and put some in there. That I actually did not heavy hand. Okay. You know what? Maybe that would have been better with ginger, but whatever. We're here already. Yeah, we're fine. It's probably because I put too much sesame and then, you know. waiting for my bokchoy to like cool down after steaming. I do need to put it away at some point. So I'm just grabbing some. We're gonna put some of the sauce that we just made. For better or for worse, we're gonna eat it. So it's oyster sauce, sesame oil, mirin, and garlic paste. So I probably put too much sesame oil and too much mirin. It is smelling a little burny. So that means, you know, I fucked up, but it's neither here nor there because I'm gonna eat it anyway. So, you know, when I fuck up, it doesn't really matter because at the end of the day, I'm the one eating it. So, you know what I mean. Okay, so we can go back now. Sorry, I just really wanted to make a sauce for this. So... there we go. Okay. I'm about to see you again. Sorry. I know I didn't see you for a little bit. Hopefully nothing eventful happened. There's just very few of us. I'm also eating the red bean soup that I made. That is definitely more paste-like than soupy. But again, I like it like that, so it doesn't matter. But it would be kind of cute if it was a little soupy. Unsure of how to respond, I awkwardly tried to move the conversation to another topic. What's inside that box? Oh, what box? It's a polished gemstone from one of the mines. The jewel has a cool texture. I don't know if he means cool like cool to the touch or like, that's awesome, cool. And it becomes even colder under direct sunlight. That's why it's been provisionally named Ice Soul Pearl. Okay, I'm gonna try one real quick. I'm gonna be eating red bean soup for a while because I made a lot. I don't think the ladies are interested in eating it. Okay. Sauce is good. Yay. Delicious. Yeah, I didn't fuck it up. Yeah, let's go. Oh? I plan to present it as a tribute to His Majesty, but there is a problem. He opens the box to reveal the soul pearl about the size of a longan, so like a small roundish fruit. Aside from a strange black mark on its surface, it's crystal clear. Oh. Raphael. It was perfect when I left Jala. I don't know when its appearance changed. Yeah, that is a bit of a problem. Oh, that's why you wanted to have me alone in your room, or in my room. Hold on, I need to wash. I need to wash my hands real quick. Ugh. Oof. I carefully lift the ice sole pearl with a handkerchief. Its coldness strikes my palm. It's truly remarkable, but it also presents me with a dilemma. I've never seen such an extraordinary jewel before. I'm afraid conventional methods are ineffective. Damn, they're gonna kill you over this? That's kind of rough. Raphael, then this journey will be my last. I hoped I could use it to request a favor from His Majesty. Now I'll be fortunate if I escape without being charged with deceiving the Emperor. Wanak, don't worry, I'll help you. I sound very not okay with this. His Majesty is hunting in the western outskirts and won't return to the capital for several days. As long as we fix it before then, everything will be all right. Oh, well, I don't feel good about that. Raphael, then I entrust this and my life to you. That makes me feel burdened. Walnut, of course. Nope. That doesn't make me feel good. Am I cock blocked? Oh, I can read more. Okay. However, the ice soul pearl is exceptionally rare, and I'm terrified of damaging it. For now, I dare not take any hasty action. It's Raphael who prompted with a suggestion. Quote, "You spoke of Mr. Su and Yunxiao. He's a stone expert you greatly admire. I wonder if the venerable gentleman is currently in the capital." End quote. No longer dazed, I immediately take him with me to Mr. Shu's residence. Oh my god. But when we reach the front gate, I find myself hesitating once again. Mr. Su has been retired for many years and lives as a recluse. He rarely receives visitors. I'm afraid we'll be turned away if we arrived unannounced. Okay, I guess. Raphael, this is hardly a challenge. Everyone has something they love, even an obsession. If we appeal to his interests, he'll open his door. Raphael lifts his hand and his attendant nearby immediately moves to take the gift and knocks on the door of Mr. Su's residence. Wanok, but your highness, how did you know what Mr. Su likes? Didn't you arrive in Yunshao yesterday? Raphael, must one wait until arriving in Yunshao to prepare for such matters? A soft "oh" escapes my lips. My curiosity grows. Wanok, you said everyone has things they love or obsess over, so what about you? What do you like? Raphael, What I like, of course, the finest in this world. I follow his gaze down to see myself in my somewhat worn official robes. Wanok, is this considered exquisite? I have a new official robe. If you like it, I can give it to you now. I can give it to you. Don't let others know. Raphael, what? The nearby attendant nods to us, and servants from Mr. Su's residence open the main gate. Raphael, perfect, let's go. Raphael takes my hand and is about to step forward, but he stops to adjust my official headgear. Raphael, you're about to meet Mr. Su. Ensure that nothing is out of place so you can make a good impression. 4 hours later. When we leave Mr. Su's residence, the sky has darkened. Wanok, Your Highness, Mr. Su praised my writing and invited me to visit him any time to discuss precious stones and exchange scholarly insights. Raphael, yes, I know. That's the 100th time you said those words. I see. When you and Mr. Su start discussing scholarly matters, you forget I exist. Wanok, of course not. I remember everything. Raphael, is there a reason to be nervous? It was a joke. Seeing you this happy makes my efforts worthwhile. I'm stunned for a moment. Then I look at the night sky and realize something's not right. Wanok, Your Highness, where are your attendants and horses? Raphael, I ordered them to return and rest. Wanok, you knew we'd be at Mr. Su's residence for that long? Was the ice soul pearl a pretext? Did he use this to give me an opportunity to visit Mr. Su? Raphael, don't you remember? I was the one who helped you find Mr. Su's boreal region geography. I mean, I knew that you were using me. Raphael, if I'm being honest, I was the one who benefited from your reputation. He only agreed to show me how to fix the iSoul Pro because of you. An emotion in my heart softens as I recall the packages that have been arriving throughout the year. Oh, this motherfucker's been sending me presents? What do you mean we're unstable? What the fuck? Why is the internet unstable? Bitch, why are we unstable? Okay, let's see if anything. Still unstable. Okay, let me see what's going on with my laptop. But it was like downloading shit earlier anyway, too. Okay. So I guess it's just gonna be kind of questionable for a bit. I doubt the ladies are downloading anything. I'm just gonna eat these real quick since it's unstable anyway. Okay, it changed to excellent. I don't know what happened, but it changed to excellent just now. Okay, whatever that was about. Fuck. And oh, okay, that's right. Packages. Man, that was really
이 글을
delicious.
읽을 그대가 평안하기를. 버섯은 잘 받았어. 모두 자연바람에 말려 건버섯이 되었어. 사냥해 잡은 꿩과 함께 구워 먹었더니 맛이 아주 좋더라.
Greetings. I received all the mushrooms, which have been air-dried and preserved. I used them to make a soup with the wild pheasant I caught while hunting. It was exceptionally delicious. Okay, let's do that again because I was like talking accidentally.
이 글을 읽을 그대가 평안하기를. 버섯은 잘 받았어. 모두 자연바람에 말려 건버섯이 되었어. 사냥해 잡은 꿩과 함께 구워 먹었더니 맛이 아주 좋더라. 네가 찾던 삭방 지리지를 소포에 넣어 보냈어. 제법 무거우니 발 다치지 않게 조심해. 눈이 상하면 더는 말을 타지 못할 테니 밤을 새워가며 책을 읽는 건 좀 줄이고.
What a thing to say. The boreal region geography you were looking for is enclosed in the package. It's incredibly heavy, so be careful not to drop it on your foot. Don't stay up late with reading. If your eyesight worsens, you'll never be able to ride horses again.
이 글을 읽을 그대가 평안하기를. 강위의 얼음은 다 녹았는데 모래바람이 성질을 부려서 손을 들어도 앞이 보이질 않아. 낚시는 잠시 미뤄야겠어. 말린 생선은 다음 달에 보내줄게.
I think it's kind of like him saying, I'm writing you a letter again or something. It's like the greetings is like there's more words to it. Greetings. I'm sending you a letter again, something to that point. The ice on the river has melted, but the wind and sand are raging. Visibility is so poor that I can't even see the fingers when I raise my hand. Fishing plans have been temporarily postponed. I'll send you dried fish next month.
전에 잃어버렸던 만호를 찾았어. 네가 탔던 비취라는 말이 사료와 함께 삼켜버린 거더라. 찾아낸 과정은 굳이 길게 적지 않을게. 녀석은 이미 단단히 혼내두었으니 잘못을 알고 고치기를.
I found the missing agate. It turns out Facely something, yeah, maybe. The horse you rode ate it when it was mixed in with its feed. I won't go into the detail of the search, but I've scolded it. Hopefully, it learns from its mistake. But if somebody put it in his feed, that's not the horse's fault. It's just eating. Raphael's letters were never long, but they always responded to every single point in my letters. It truly made me feel touched. But didn't he just say, like, he didn't need to answer that last letter? Anyway. Yo, we grinding hands up. Yeah, we don't have to... Oh, did it not? Oh. How come my... Okay, let's change this. I thought it changed. I was updating my thing in the mobile app. I didn't realize that it was not changed in the whatever. Raphael. Oh wait, no. Hold on. Raphael. Huh? Oh, I thought that was a fire alarm. What the fuck? Chunjie date. Sorry, I'm just trying to look for tags now. Mephisto. Mephisto. Where's Mephisto with a capital M? Huh? The fuck? We're gonna add that. Mephisto needs a capital M. Okay. Okay, no. We'll just do lads. Lads. No yellow fever passport bros. What were the other tags I was using? Oh yeah, I can't see chat, even though I can kind of see you right now. Because I'm like looking at a laptop because I'm downloading stuff right now. 1, 2, 3, 4. But how are you? How was the rest of your stream? Because I'm pretty sure I passed out at some point. Downloading. Ooh! Downloading new mangas. I didn't know that was like a thing. Are you on like one of those websites where you're buying it? Messing around in SM? Would you ever play something like Plate Up or... I'm sure you have Peak, because it feels like there's a lot of the SM people that have Peak, or the retro people that have Peak. I thought you were downloading... Oh, no, I don't read them. There's a couple different websites that I read on. I don't download them, though. I just, like, wait till they decide they need a update or whatever. Because it's, like... What usually happens, it seems like... They'll go to the original source, and then whoever's in charge of scanlating it, you know, hurries up and fucking does the scanlation, and then uploads it wherever the fuck. So... most of the ones that I read update on Friday. So, like, I already read all the updates, unfortunately. What I like to do is I like to just wait. Because, like, a lot of times these authors, they go on hiatuses because they're probably really stressed the fuck out because everyone's, like, bothering them when's the new episode gonna come out or whatever the fuck, you know what I mean? So many of them are stressed out like all the time. And so I like to just wait until... I would prefer to wait and wait till something's done and then read it. You know, there are a lot of things that I go back and read after it's done anyway. Because, like, I always forget, like, oh, did I read this already? Like, where were we? Blah, blah, blah. It's just so much easier when it's, like, done, and then you can, like, go back and read it and like just binge all the way through. But that can take forever. Yeah, I'm not reading One Piece. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not talking about like that kind of thing. You know, like 200 chapters max. I can wait. You know? Like, and there have been like, I look at these upload sites and sometimes it's like there won't be an upload for like 2 years and then people come back and it's like, holy shit. You know, like people waited. There's one that I'm reading that's on a hiatus. I hear it's coming to an end, by the way. Wow. How is that even possible? Like, holy shit. You know what I mean? Well, hopefully that whole team of people, or that one person, because I don't know how One Piece works, hopefully they can just chill for a while. I don't know how much money they get off of everything or whatever. But yeah. Hopefully they'll be okay. Like, hopefully if they get some unfortunate, very expensive diagnosis, they'll be able to pay for it with their manga money. You know what I mean? And not end up like James Vanderbeek, who was a celebrity who couldn't afford his whatever and he had to sell all his shit and he still died from cancer. Yeah, didn't the Dragon Ball person just chill after DBZ? Jesus, I would hope so. Nah, they're coming out with 2-piece LaMelo. Oh, Jesus, I hope not. You know, I think it was like either earlier this year or sometime last year, I learned that the mangaka from Sailor Moon and the mangaka from... Was it DBZ? Are they married? Wait a second. Sailor Moon mangaka married to Hunter x Hunter. Okay, sorry. The Yu Yu Hakusho guy. The Yu Yu Hakusho guy. I just checked, but I have 660 mangas bookmarked on just one of those sites I use. Holy shit, that's a lot. Yeah, I haven't used my anime list since like forever. But you know, like, there's just so many sussy ones, you know what I mean? Like, because shoujo in the 90s still had a lot of sexual assault. Like, let's be real about that. There's a lot of sexual assault that happened in like shoujo and slice of life bullshit, like the high school ones or whatever, because there's just like so many predatory men, and it's just like, ugh, you know. But I'm glad everything's a little bit better. But now it's like, especially when I see like Japanese mangas that look more like the Korean style manhwas. I'm like, does everybody have to have like a huge rack? And like, does everyone have to have like an hourglass shape? Because I've been to Asia and y'all don't look like that. You know what I mean? Y'all don't look like that. Not everybody looks like Shibuya Kaho, you know what I mean? And it's like, when is there gonna be like a majority of like A to C cup people with a moderate ass? Like, not a pancake ass and not like a gigantic ass, but like a moderate ass. Moderate ass and moderate boobs. You know what I mean? I mean, I've seen people with big eyes before, me being one of them, I guess. So, but like, the big tit thing, like, it doesn't make me feel good about myself. And, like, I just want to see more people that look like me. You know what I mean? Which is hard ask already because, like, they're not going to make tan people. And even the Filipino, like, webtoon people, I've gone out of my way to look for Filipino creators. And there was this one comic I found, and it was clearly Filipino because of like the way the jeepneys were and traffic and all of it. Like, this was the Philippines. And then I was like, but this is like a rich kid in the Philippines because like the way her house was. And also everybody was light skinned. Like, everybody was light skinned. I was like, bitch, what the fuck? Why are there no tan? Like, I know this is the Philippines. Where the fuck are the tan people? You know what I mean? I know there's rich people that are tan. There's gotta be a rich person that's tan. You know, like, they're not all fucking mestiza. So, I was like, fuck this shit. This is somebody I cannot support because, like, where the fuck are the people that look like me? Like, I hate that about the Philippines. Like, you watch the TV shows and you'll watch the, like, the variety shows where, like, they get, audience participation. So many light-skinned people. But, like, I know the reality that a lot of them have tans, like me. You know, but you don't see tan people on TV in the Philippines. It's so annoying. So, not that I have the Filipino channel, but when I see it like at restaurants or like whatever fucking store I'm at and they have it on, it's just like, or if I'm at my friend's parents' house or whatever, it's like everybody's light skinned. It's so annoying, but whatever. So, Wanuk, thank you. Your Highness, thank you. I promise I'll do my best to help you fix the ice soul pair. Pearl. Fuck.
네가 감사를 표현하는 방식은 그게 전부야? 그거 말고는 나한테 하고 싶은 말 없어?
Oh. Raphael, is that your only method for expressing gratitude? Isn't there anything else you'd want to say? Wanuk, does he think I'm not being sincere enough? Well, you've sent me so many gifts and remembered all the little things I mentioned. You're a thoughtful friend.
넌 내가 왜 너한테 잘해주는지 생각해 본 적 없어?
Raphael, well, haven't you ever wondered why I treat you well? Because you're not a fucking piece of shit? Because you're not a piece of shit? Right? Right?
네 일은 일부러 기억하려 애쓰지 않아도 늘 저절로 떠올라.
I don't have to make an effort to remember things related to you. They're always on my mind. Okay, we're gonna keep that one. Damn it! Okay. We'll try to save that later.
강가를 지나면 네가 좋아하는 생선이 떠오르고 책을 보면 여기저기서 유일본을 찾던 어느 작은 학자가 떠오르지.
When I pass by the river, I think of the fish you love eating. When I see books, I think of a certain scholar searching everywhere for rare editions.
정말 내가 그냥 널 벗으로만 여겨서 그런 거라고 생각해?
Do you truly believe this is because you're my good friend? Wonuk, it's... I also think of you. Don't you have other friends? Ooh. Ooh. I actually don't know which one is the right answer. I guess the second one is not the right answer. Me, in real life me, I would probably lean toward the second answer. Because it's just like, if you like somebody, you need to tell them. And not be like, well, why do you think I'm doing this? Like, that's kind of an assholey thing. So what, you only do things that are transactional, bitch? Like, what are you trying to say here? You know what I mean? Like, that's not, it doesn't exactly feel flattering. It feels like you're trying to ensnare me. You know what I mean? Like, you're only going to do nice things because you want something out of me. And that's why women don't like men. It's one of the reasons why we don't like men. You know what I mean? You either do the thing because you want to do the thing, but don't do the thing because you're trying to trap somebody. Or like con them into something. Or like emotionally manipulate them into something. You know what I mean? Like, you either do it because you want to, or you're doing it because you do have ulterior motives. Like, how are we supposed to how are we supposed to trust you? But because I want a good ending, I guess we'll stroke his ego a little bit. I also think of you. Wonuk, but we're of the same mind. Whenever I see something nice, I think of you. Isn't that how friends care about each other? Oh, okay, so they're about the same kind of vibe.
그럼 넌 네 다른 벗들에게도 이런 마음이 드는 거야?
Raphael, do you care about your other friends in the same manner? As a matter of fact, in real life, me does. Wonuk,
잘 생각해봐. 다만 너무 오래는 안 돼. 그땐 내가 기다리지 못할지도 모르니까.
Raphael, think about it, but don't take too long or otherwise I'll run out of patience. The horse-drawn carriage stops under a nearby tree. Raphael pats my shoulder.
가자. 내가 집까지 데려다 줄게. 네가 묵는 관사는 어느 쪽이야?
He's a shy boy and never emotionally matured. I mean, maybe. This is back then, supposedly. Raphael, I'll take you home. Where do you need to go to reach your residence? Wonuk, I'm not returning there. I must go to the Ministry of Ceremonial Affairs main building.
이 시간에 예사부에는 왜?
Raphael, it's late. What do you need to do? Wonuk, didn't Mr. Su give us suggestions about fixing the soul pearl? I need to reference various books and find a solution. For you, bro.
그걸 잊어버릴 뻔했네. 그럼 나도 같이 가자. 안 그러면 분명 너 혼자 날이 밝을 때까지 계속 책을 뒤적이고 있을 것 같으니까.
Raphael, I almost forgot. Yeah, the whole reason we're here. I shall accompany you. Otherwise, you'll be searching through books alone and won't stop until dawn. The Imperial Archives are located in the western wing of the main building. It houses everything from regional records from across the land to writings from every school of thought and philosophy. But since there is nothing to line one's pockets with, no one wants to take up this post. It suits me perfectly, however.
매일 당직을 설 때마다 이렇게 산을 넘듯 오가는 거야?
Oh. Raphael, do you have to climb over mountains of books when you work? Raphael struggles to navigate through piles of texts, but he still knocks one over. Walnut, I've brought back quite a few books recently. It wasn't this messy before. Yeah, I know. I defend myself half-heartedly as I lead him to the innermost room. This is my workshop, but I sometimes stay here overnight. Your Highness, please have a seat. Raphael looks around the tables, chairs,
앉으라니 어디에?
Game. Raphael looks around the tables, chairs, and cushions that are covered with stacks of books.
앉으라니 어디에?
Sit where? Looking around the cramped room, I push my blanket to one side and pat the bed.
평소에도 손님을 대접할 때 의자가 아니라 침상에 앉히는 거야?
Raphael, do you always invite your guests to sit on your bed instead of the seat? Walnut, I don't usually have guests. You and I are the only ones who have been here. If you're not comfortable with it, you can...
쾌적하네. 넓고 참 편하네.
Wow, this motherfucker changed his tune. Raphael, it's comfortable, spacious, and perfectly suits my taste. Raphael quickly sits. His mood is considerably better. Ugh, my God. I move over my small reading table only to turn and find Raphael has somehow produced 2 exquisitely wrapped paper packages from somewhere.
꼭 맛봐야 하는 운소 특산 명물 탕화소. 한 입이면 근심이 사라지고 두 입이면 기운이 솟는다.
Raphael, Tang Ho Xiao, Yun Xiao's delicacy everyone must try. 1 bite brings joy and banishes worries. 2 bites revitalize your spirit.
네가 전에 추천해준 간식을 드디어 맛보게 됐네. 자, 이건 네 거야.
Raphael, I finally have a chance to try that snack you recommended. Here, this one's for you. I take the package, but notice something's off.
왜 안 먹어?
Raphael, why aren't you eating? Walnut, how much did you pay for these?
2냥.
Myung? Raphael, 2 taels. Looking at the squished, pitiful Tang Huo Xiao, I feel my anger boil over. Walnut, which shop would commit such a despicable act to steal a visitor's money like this?
내가 잘못 산 거야?
Raphael, is there something wrong? Damn, I'm that pissed off? I spring to my feet and dash outside.
어디가?
Raphael, Wanak, where are you going? A moment later, I run back to a steaming hot Tang Ho Xiao and place the package in front of Raphael. Wanak, this is authentic Tang Ho Xiao, freshly made. Enjoy it while it's hot.
왜 하나밖에 없어?
Raphael, why is there only one? Only then do I realize I forgot to buy a Tang Ho Xiao for myself. I shake my head at Raphael. Wanak, I've been here so long that I'm tired of eating.
같이 먹자.
Raphael, let's share it. Before I can finish, Raphael deftly breaks the pastry in half and offers a piece to me. I scoot my small wooden stool over to sit beside Raphael and accept my half of the snack.
역시 네가 고른 건 특히 맛있구나.
Raphael, the one you bought is delicious. Having successfully redeemed the reputation of Tang Ho Xiao, in Raphael's eyes, I feel at ease and break off another piece for him. Wanok, it would have been better if you arrived 2 months earlier or 2 months later. Wanok, Yunxiao would not only have more fresh and delicious snacks then, but the scenery would also be more beautiful than it currently is.
상관없어. 지금도 가장 맛난 간식을 먹고 가장 특별한 경치를 보고 있잖아.
Raphael, it doesn't matter. I've already tasted the most delicious snack and seen the most special scenery. There is no other place where you could find these impressive mountains of books and seas of books. Oh my god.
다른 데서는 이런 장대한 책산과 책 바다를 구경조차 못할 거야.
I agree. Let's say I agree. I agree. There are some collections here that you can't even find in the Palace Library. For example, this volume is a rare copy that I managed to track down last month. I ramble on until I notice Raphael resting his chin in his hand and smiling at me. Embarrassed, I stop.
왜 더 이야기하지 않고?
Raphael, why won't you continue? Wanok, don't you find this boring?
아니,
Raphael, not at all.
여기엔 네가 제일 좋아하는 책도 있고 또 내가 제일 좋아하는 너도 있는데 지루할 리 없지.
Raphael, this place has your favorite books and also you, my favorite person. How could I possibly be bored? Wanok, internal screaming. I open my mouth only to be unable to think of a response, so I bite my tongue ho xiao instead. Did the merchant add extra brown sugar today? Why does it taste so sweet? After finishing the pastry, I bring out several boxes of books about minerals and stones. Raphael and I begin looking through them. Wanok. Mr. Su said the soul pearl is an extremely cold object. While it can resist toxic heat, it becomes easily damaged over time. We can research minerals with similar compositions to find a way to remove the black mark. But candles burn one after another. We reach the bottom of the boxes, yet I don't find anything. In a moment of exhaustion and frustration, a head suddenly rests on my shoulder as a book is handed to me.
여기에 쓰여 있는 것 같은데 구슬을 어떤 술에 담그기만 하면
Raphael, it says you need to soak the soul pearl in a certain type of wine. I'm fully alert. My eyes immediately start scouring the words on the page. Wanok, this wine is of an extremely cold, piercing nature. It's brewed in the water from melted snow, pine branches harvested during midwinter, and other related ingredients. Its taste is pure and its essence is crystal clear. Drinking it thoroughly cools one's body. Wanok, this is it. Your Highness, we'll go tomorrow. No, today. We'll check every wine shop in Yunxiao. Raphael. Internal dread. The weight on my shoulder grows heavier. I turn to see that Raphael is already asleep. Several books are open next to his hand. I pause before carefully covering him with a blanket. Wanok, we'll head there tomorrow then. But Raphael and I alone can't possibly visit every wine shop in Yunshao. Damn, there's that many? So Raphael sends his attendants to investigate each establishment and advance as he expresses a desire to properly explore Yunshao. I change out of my official robes. I'm about to leave the guest house when Vice Minister Zhao intercepts me at the entrance.
대인, 지금 전하를 찾아뵙는 길인가?
Vice Minister Zhao, are you off to see His Highness, Lady Gil? He thrusts an invitation into my hands with a smile that doesn't reach his eyes.
잘 됐네. 이 조 국공의 연회 초대장은 대인이 전하께 전해주게.
Perfect. You can deliver this to him. It's from Duke Zhao. Wanok, Duke Zhao?
조 국공은 지금 폐하의 총애를 받는 인물이지. 전하께서 꼭 참석하시도록 전하라. 그렇지 않으면...
Vice Minister Zhao. Yes, Duke Zhao is in His Majesty's good graces. He must ensure His Highness attends, or else.
일이 꼬이면 조 국공이 폐하 앞에서 무슨 말을 할지 누구도 장담할 수 없지 않겠나.
It will create an unfortunate situation. Who knows what Duke Zhao might say to His Majesty? I hope you understand. Wow, you're a bitch. Wanok, stunned. Although I spend my days buried in the archives, I'm not ignorant of the current state of the royal court. His Majesty wishes to strengthen relations with Zhao royalty, which is why he's been showing exceptional generosity to Raphael. However, not everyone is pleased to see this alliance flourish. I heard of Duke Zhao's reputation. He's inviting Raphael to the banquet, but who knows if it's actually an ambush disguised as hospitality. Wanok, so that's why Vice Minister Zhao was enthusiastic about Raphael before. He must be following Duke Zhao's orders. Wanok, I am of low rank and low eloquence. I can only deliver the invitation to His Highness. As for whether His Highness chooses to attend or not, that is beyond my influence.
그대가 몇 마디 더 권하면 전하께서는 분명 그 말을 따르실 걸세.
Vice Minister Zhao, persuade him. His Highness will listen to you. Wanok, I can't possibly have the status to... Vice Minister Zhao gives me a skeptical glance.
전하께서 도성에 오신 뒤로 하루도 거르지 않고 그대 곁을 맴도셨지. 그대가 아니면 누가 그분을 설득할 수 있겠나?
This greasy old piece of shit. Vice Minister Zhao, ever since His Highness arrived at the capital, there hasn't been a day when he wasn't by your side. If you can't persuade him, then who can? Wanok, you're mistaken, sir. His Highness merely values our past friendship, nothing more.
눈이 당장이라도 그대에게 붙어버릴 기세인데 그게 다 예정뿐이라는 말인가?
Vice Minister Zhao, he can't take his eyes off you for a second, and you call that friendship? Okay. Oh god, my ass. Fuck. Watching Vice Minister Zhao stormed off with a dismissive flick of his sleeves. I blink a few times, yet I find myself inexplicably pleased. As soon as Raphael receives the invitation, he throws it away in a nearby disposal container.
그 시간에 차라리 너를 데리고 교회로 말을 타러 가는 게 낫지. 그나저나 기마술은 좀 늘었어? 설마 운소에 돌아오자마자 내가 가르친 걸 모두 잊은 건 아니겠지?
I'd much rather take you horse riding than waste time on that. Speaking of which, what's your current progress? You haven't forgotten everything I taught you since returning to Yunxiao, yes? Wanak. I remember the lessons. Whether or not I can actually ride a horse is a different matter.
괜찮아. 나중에 같이 몇 바퀴 달리다 보면 네가 잊고 싶어도 잊을 수 없을 테니까.
Don't worry, we can do a few rounds of practice soon. I guarantee it'll be so memorable that you couldn't forget it even if you tried. Okay. He elegantly unfurls his fan before deliberately waving it before me. On the fan was a figure flailing atop a horse. And judging by the clothing, it's unmistakably me. Wanak, why you...
별로인가? 내가 몇 번이나 그려서 그중 제일 잘 나온 걸 골라 부채로 만든 건데.
Raphael, don't you like it? I drew it several times before picking the best one to put on the fan.
이걸 볼 때마다 생각나. 네가 말 위에 올라타고 매달리고 기절하던 그 늠름한 자태가...
What is this? Whenever I look at it, I'm reminded of your gallant figure riding the horse, hanging off the horse, and then existing in a state of unconsciousness on the horse. What a thing to say. Wanak, Your Highness, please have mercy on me.
왜? 너도 내 모습을 부채에 그려넣어도 돼. 난 신경 쓰지 않으니.
Raphael, what's wrong? You can draw me on a fan too. I don't mind. That'll look even stranger. I'm speechless. But Raphael doesn't care about my inner turmoil. He pulls me along, continues walking, and waves the fan several more times. Do that face again. Do it again. Turn back around. Turn around. Go on. Turn your face around, bitch. Oh my god. Asshole. At a small bamboo lantern carving stall, I'm bewildered. I can only stare at Raphael, who's sitting on a tiny wooden stool. Wanak, Your Highness, are you certain you want to do this?
나랑 같이 한다고 하지 않았나? 중도 포기는 허락 안 해.
Raphael, didn't you say you'd accompany me? You can't go back on your word now.
돌을 다듬는 섬세한 일도 잘하는데 이 정도면 너한테 그리 어렵지 않을걸?
You're quite good at tasks that require great precision, such as polishing stones. This shouldn't be difficult for you. The stall owner explains that we shall each carve a bamboo lantern resembling the other. Whoever creates the one with the better artistic essence can take it home for free. Girl? At a loss, I gaze at the materials before me. Raphael has already picked up the carving knife. Wanak, Your Highness, those are two different things. I'm not good at this sort of craft.
돌이나 대나무나 별반 다르지 않아.
Raphael, stones and bamboo are the same.
거기 멍하니 서 있지 말고 아무리 엉망이라 한들 너한테 화낼 리는 없으니까 앉아.
Don't stand there in a daze. I won't be upset no matter how badly you carve it. Sit. Wanok, Alright.
공자님, 손재주가 참 좋으시네요. 대나무 등을 이리 곱게 조각하시다니. 이쪽 낭자와 몹시 닮았군요.
Stall owner. You're truly skilled, sir. This bamboo lantern is so beautiful. It looks exactly like this young lady.
낭자께서 조각하신 대나무 등도 등이네요.
Oh my god, you're such a bitch. The young lady's bamboo lantern is... It's a lantern. I wish I could bury my head in my collar. Raphael swiftly takes the bamboo lantern in his hands.
잘 조각했는데? 특히 날...
Raphael. The carving is detailed. It resembles me too. Yes.
꼭 잠들어 있다가 실수로 잔디 가득한 언덕에서 굴러내려온 내 모습을 닮았네.
It's me when I fell asleep and accidentally rolled down a grassy hill. Wanok, I was trying to carve you riding a horse and shooting arrows.
위에 달린 저 두 줄, 내 다리가 아니었단 말이야?
Raphael, these two lines at the top aren't my legs? Wanok, I know you're making fun of me. I already told you I'm not good at this. I sheepishly try to take back the lantern, but then I muster up enough courage to retort. Wanok, Your Highness, the one you carved doesn't look like me either. Isn't it too beautiful?
난 네 얼굴을 보면서 조각한 건데 당연히 똑같지. 봐, 눈이며 코, 입술, 턱까지 어디가 안 닮았다는 거지? 내 눈에는 네가 딱 이렇게 생겼는데?
I made it as I appreciated your face. It's the same. Here are the eyes, nose, lips, and chin. Which part doesn't look like you? This is exactly how you are to me. Wanok, I don't think so. Your Highness carved me like a delicate jade figurine, but I'm just an ordinary stone, spending my days buried among rocks.
작은 돌멩이가 어때서?
Raphael, what's wrong with being a little stone?
내가 우연히 만난 작은 돌멩이고 늘 곁에 두고 싶고 날마다 품고 다니고 싶은 작은 돌멩이인데.
Raphael, you're a pebble I happened to find by chance, a little stone I want to keep by my side and carry with me every day.
아무리 많은 금은 보화를 준다고 해도 이 돌멩이는 절대 바꾸지 않을 거야.
No amount of gold, silver, or jade could ever make me part with my little stone. Wanok, inner burden. Those emotions bubble up again. They're somewhat chaotic, somewhat tender, and somewhat impossible to put into words. I reach out, intending to take the lantern, and hear myself redirecting the flow of the conversation. Wanna, can you give me back the lantern? I'll take it home and fix it.
당연히 안 되지.
Raphael, of course not.
네가 맨날 그것만 보다가 시간이 더 지난 뒤에 네 기억 속에 내가 그렇게 생긴 사람으로 남으면 어떡해?
Raphael, if you stare at it every day, you might start thinking I actually look like that. As if afraid I might change my mind, Raphael stands up and leaves immediately. He holds the bamboo lanterns that sway triumphantly.
이 등은 전부 내 거야. 위에 새겨진 두 사람은 무슨 일이 있어도 떨어뜨려 놓을 수 없으니까.
Raphael, these are mine. I won't let the two people carved on them be separated. Several days later, Raphael's attendant discovers that a tavern in the East Market might have the wine we're looking for. I quickly rush to meet up with Raphael, and together we head to the Eastern Market.
눈을 녹인 물에 솔같이 재료가 이리 특이하다니. 이 노인의 짐작이 들리지 않는다면 분명 옥호상이라 불리는 술인 듯합니다.
Tavern owner, snow water, pine branches, these unique ingredients. If I'm not mistaken, this wine is called Jade Chill. With a warm smile, the tavern owner strokes his beard and nods.
술 창고에 아직 몇 단지가 남아있을 겁니다. 이 노인이 오늘 밤 사람을 시켜 찾아볼 테니 두 분께서는 내일 오셔서 받아가시면 됩니다.
Tavern owner, there should be a few jars left in the cellar. I'll send someone to search for them tonight. You can visit tomorrow and collect one. Wonok, thank you. I thought a rare wine would take a considerable amount of effort to purchase, but everything is going smoothly.
고맙네. 이리 귀한 술을 선뜻 내어주다니. 덕분에 급한 사정을 해결할 수 있게 되었어.
Raphael, thank you for being willing to part with your treasure and aiding us in our urgent predicament. Raphael hands a brocade box to the owner. Upon seeing its contents, he repeatedly declines to accept it.
공자님, 너무 과하십니다. 술 한 단지일 뿐인데 이만한 가치는 못 됩니다.
Tavern owner, you're too generous. It's merely one jar of wine. It's not worth this much.
이 안의 일부는 술값이고 나머지는 선금이라 생각하게.
Eh? Raphael, part of this is the payment for the wine, and consider the rest as my deposit.
훗날 좋은 술이 들어오면 소식을 전해다오. 내가 반드시 사람을 보내 받아갈 테니.
Raphael, whenever you acquire more fine wines, please inform me. I'll have someone collect them. Unable to refuse any further, the tavern owner thanks him and accepts the payment.
그럼 이 늙은이도 조금이나마 주인의 도리를 다하게 해주십시오.
Tavern owner, at least allow me to fill my duties as a host.
마침 오늘은 극단이 와 있으니 두 분께서는 위층에서 가극을 감상하시지요. 이 늙은이가 사람을 시켜 맛있는 음식을 항상 준비해 드리겠습니다.
Tavern owner, as luck would have it, we've hired a theater troupe today. Please go upstairs to enjoy the performance. I shall prepare a table of exquisite dishes for you.
듣고 싶어?
Raphael, do you want to go? Wonok, you've always been fond of music. I was actually thinking of inviting you to a performance in a few days. With the most important matter solved, I feel relieved and cheerfully take out my pouch. I give it to the nearby attendant. Wonok, please give this to the troupe leader and ask them to perform several of their best pieces for us. Raphael, ... Raphael closes his fan and makes a formal bow towards me.
소대인께서 베풀어 주신 은혜 감사드리지.
Raphael, thank you for your generosity, my lady. However, I didn't expect the tavern owner to hire a theater troupe from a foreign land. The melodious flowing tunes create a pleasant sensation to my ears, but I can't understand a single word.
졸려?
Raphael, are you tired? Wonok, no, it sounds beautiful. I try to sit up, but I almost fall over. Raphael quickly steadies me.
지금 부르는 건 소르게서 아주 인기 있는 가극이야. 내가 설명해 줄게.
Raphael, what they're performing now happens to be a popular piece from Jala. Let me explain. Raphael flips the fan in his hand and uses it to point out several details.
처음엔 저 낭자가 타국에 홀로와 장사하는 고모를 위탁했다고 설명하지.
That's all? Okay. Raphael, the opening scene has a young lady introduce herself. She explains how she arrived in a foreign land or place alone to join her aunt who runs a business.
지금 나온 건 명문가 공자인데 길을 묻다 그 낭자에게 결례를 범했고 그게 인연이 되어 서로 알게 되는 거야.
Now, a young nobleman from a prestigious family enters. He accidentally intrudes upon the young lady while asking for directions, and this is how they first meet. Wonok, they've only sung 3 lines. How did you get all of this information?
소륵 쪽 가극은 원래 전개가 빠르고 대사가 간결하기로 유명하거든.
Raphael, Jala opera is renowned for its fast-paced rhythm and condensed lyrics. Okay. Somewhat skeptical, I nod, only to find that the more I listen, the more off it sounds. Wonok, you're saying the nobleman taught the young lady how to ride a horse? And she fell from the horse into his arms? Okay, Raphael.
저 낭자가 손을 들었잖아. 그게 바로 채찍을 휘두르는 동작이야.
Raphael, look. The young lady is raising her hand. That's her swinging the whip. Wonok, nonsense. Someone who just learned how to ride a horse would never have the courage to do that.
이 두 구절은 공자가 낭자를 데리고 시장을 돌다가 둘이 같이 등불을 만드는 장면이지.
Raphael, these 2 lines are about the nobleman going to the marketplace with the young lady. The 2 are making lanterns. Wonok, why does this plot feel familiar?
그리고 여기는 낭자가 집에서 온 편지를 받고 어쩔 수 없이 공자랑 작별하고 고향으로 돌아가야 하는 장면이야.
Raphael, this is the part about the young lady receiving a letter from home. She's forced to bid farewell to the young nobleman and return to her hometown. Wonok, too stunned to speak. The man on the stage suddenly recites 2 lines that rise and fall rhythmically. I immediately ask a question. Wonok, what did he just say?
방금 시의 마음을 녹여서 그를 빌려 낭자에게 고백한 거야.
Raphael, he was expressing his emotions through poetry. The written characters reveal his feelings toward the young lady. Wonok, how did he confess?
이국의 언어로 말한 거라. 풀이하면 대충 이런 뜻이야. 그리움이 물고기 한 마리 되어 내 마음 깊은 곳으로 헤엄쳐 오네.
He's speaking in a foreign language, but it roughly means a fish of longing swims in the depths of my heart, hoping to become a clear stream that reaches your shores. I wish to dart.
시냇물이 되어 그대 있는 언덕으로 흘러가고 싶어라.
The drum beats on the stage suddenly quicken like pouring rain from Raphael's tone and The drum beats on stage suddenly quicken like pouring rain, while Raphael's tone is gentle. It's as if he's confiding in me. Ooh, so bad at reading today.
그는 그리움을 견딜 수 없다며 산과 바다를 사이에 두고 떨어져 있더라도 시냇물이 되어 사랑하는 이에게 흘러가고 싶다고 말한 거야.
Raphael, he says his yearning is unbearable. Even if mountains and sea separate them, he still wishes to become a stream flowing toward his beloved. The drum beats gradually subside, and the quietly flowing melody can no longer mask the sound of my pounding heart.
계속 한 구절씩 풀어서 들려줄까?
Raphael, do you still want me to translate? Wonok, he's not speaking anymore. It's the young lady who's singing now.
이제 곡에 막빠지니 낭자가 답가를 부르는 거야.
Raphael, the piece is about to end, and the young lady is giving him her answer. Stunned, I can only stand there. The music stops and the room is drenched in silence.
전해지는 이야기는 이게 유일해. 뒷부분은 전승되지 않았지.
Raphael, this is a rare manuscript, and the rest of the story has been lost to time.
이 극의 결말에 대해서 사람마다 의견이 다르더라고. 넌 어떻게 생각해?
People have many different theories about how the story ends. What do you think happens? I want a good ending, so we'll just say she stays with him. Wanuk, I believe the young lady would accept his feelings, and they shall ultimately overcome all difficulties to stay together.
너도 두 마음이 서로 통한다면 어떤 고난도 이겨낼 수 있다고 믿어?
Raphael, do you also believe that when two hearts are in harmony, they can withstand any hardship? Wanuk, This is merely a play, Your Highness. Plays are meant to make the audience happy, but stories in real life don't always turn out that way.
그래도 난 믿어. 노래 속에서 그려낸 완벽한 결말이 우리 둘 사이에서도 이루어질 거라고.
Raphael, but I believe the perfect ending from the lyrics can happen to us too.
지금 내가 묻고 싶은 건 단 한 구절뿐이야.
Now then, there's a question I must ask.
내가 여기까지 온 이유, 그 모든 건 너 하나 때문이야.
Despite all of my reasons, I'm only here because of you.
너만 내 곁에 남아 함께 걸어준다면 앞길이 아무리 험난하다고 해도 난 두렵지 않아.
If you're willing to walk beside me, then I won't fear the hardships and dangers that await. I don't remember how I returned to the Imperial Archives. When I came to my senses, everything is so quiet that only flickering candlelight breaks the silence. I open a book, but I can't absorb one single word. Raphael's voice keeps echoing in my mind.
소륵에서 도성까지 오는 길 내내 나도 이런저런 걱정이 떠올랐어.
On my journey from Jala to the capital, worries surfaced in my mind.
너와 너무 오래 떨어져 지낸 탓에 이미 네 마음속에 내 자리가 없는 건 아닐까.
I was worried that I might no longer have a place in your heart since we hadn't seen each other in a year.
내 준비가 모자라서 섣불리 마음을 밝혔다가 네가 놀라서 도망쳐 버리는 건 아닐까.
I was worried that my preparations weren't thorough enough. Suddenly confessing my feelings would make you panic and run.
혹여 거절당해 다시 네가 없는 날들로 돌아가 하루하루를 보내야 하는 건 아닐까.
I was worried that I would be rejected. I would have to return to my empty existence without you.
그런데 그런 두려움은 널 보는 순간 모조리 사라졌어. 그제야 알았지.
But all those fears vanished the moment I saw you. Only then did I realize.
그 모든 불안은 사실 너를 만나라고 나를 떠미는 신호였다는 걸.
They were nothing but a resounding horn that urged me to go to you.
그래서 이제 난 물러설 길이 없어. 여기서 네 대답을 기다릴 거야.
I cannot turn back, so I'll wait for your answer.
성급히 말하지 않아도 돼. 네가 네 마음을 확실히 하기 전까지 나는 운소를 떠나지 않을 거야.
You don't need to give me an answer now. I won't leave Yunshao until you've given yourself time to understand your own feelings. I don't know, you sounded kind of pushy earlier.
기다릴게. 다만 너무 오래 기다리게 하진 마.
I'll wait for you, but don't take too long. Yeah, what the fuck is that supposed to... That sounds like you're rushing me.
그러니 다음번 우리가 만날 때 내게 말해줄래?
How does giving me your answer when we next meet time... Wait. How does giving me your answer when we meet next time sound? What are my true feelings for Raphael? Memories of Raphael flood my mind and settle on a summer night from long ago. Back then, Raphael and I were in one of Jala's small towns. He was secretly investigating local conditions throughout the area while I was completely absorbed in excavating stones. He prepared to leave early, and we agreed to meet up after returning to the capital, but I was still reluctant to say goodbye to him. Wonok, didn't you say you'd stay here for at least another month?
밝혀야 할 진실은 이미 드러났고 처리해야 할 일들도 다 끝났잖아. 이젠 돌아가야 해.
The truth I needed to find has been uncovered, and certain individuals have been taken care of. I must return. I racked my brain trying to think of any unfinished business Raphael still might have, but there was nothing. In that case, there's no reason for you to stay here anymore.
넌 내가 여기 남길 바라? 왜?
Raphael, you want me to stay? Why? Wait. How do you get there? Wonok, I don't know.
그럼 지금 내가 꼭 남아야 할 이유가 하나 생겼네.
Raphael, in that case, I have a good reason for staying. Wonok, are you saying it's me?
응.
Oh, okay. He just grunted. Okay. Raphael, yes.
남아있으면 네가 깨닫는 순간까지 기다릴 수 있을 테니까.
Raphael, if I stay, perhaps I can wait till you figure out
네가 왜 날 떠나보내기 싫은지.
why you're reluctant to see me go. I still vividly remember the relief and joy I felt when he agreed to stay. For the next 6 months, Raphael remained in that small town as promised. He accompanied me as we trekked across the mountains. He taught me how to ride horses and guided me to a cluster of blooming flowers in the desert. Back then, I had grown so accustomed to having him by my side that I never stopped to examine why. But now, even though I'm not sure how to put it into words, I need to give him an answer. I'll find Raphael tomorrow and talk things out properly. Early the next morning, I visit the guest house. I plan to collect the wine with Raphael, but I only find a few attendants.
오늘 아침 일찍 조국공께서 사람을 보내 전화를 모셔갔습니다. 벌써 연회를 열고 전화만 기다리고 있다고 했습니다.
Attendant, Duke Zhao sent people to invite His Highness early this morning. A banquet had been prepared and they were only waiting for His Highness to arrive.
전하께서는 거절할 수가 없어서 어쩔 수 없이 따라가셨습니다.
Attendant, His Highness couldn't refuse them, so he had no choice but to go with them. Wonok, startled.
대인, 마침 잘 오셨습니다. 방금 소식을 들었는데 폐하께서 서쪽 교회에서 예정보다 일찍 돌아오셨다고 합니다.
Attendant, however, your timing is perfect, my lady. We just received news that His Majesty has returned early from the western outskirts.
궁에서 방금 사람을 보냈는데 몇 시즌 후면 폐하께 아련하셔야 한다고 합니다. 그런데 전하께서는 언제쯤 연회에서 빠져나오실 수 있을지 알 수가 없습니다.
Attendant, the palace sent a message. His Highness will be summoned to meet with His Majesty in a few hours, but we don't know if he'll leave the banquet. Wanok, double startled, very concerned. Wanok, this is bad! I need to warn Raphael, and we need to get that wine before he enters the palace. Without any hesitation, I turned and dashed toward the door. Then I quickly realized my mistake and hurried back. Wanok, where is Duke Zhao's banquet being held? After achieving Jade Chill, I rushed to Wanxing Tower and Wanxing Tower? The restaurant where Duke Zhao is hosting his banquet.
국궁 대인께서 이곳에서 연회를 여는 중이십니다. 관계없는 사람은 안으로 들어갈 수 없습니다.
Okay. Guard, the Duke is hosting a banquet here. No unauthorized persons are allowed to enter. Wanok, I'm an official from the Ministry of Ceremonial Affairs.
예사부든 관리가 오든 전부 소용없습니다. 초대장이 없으면 아무도 들어갈 수 없습니다.
Guard, Ministry of Ceremonial Affairs? I don't care who you are. Nobody gets in without an invitation. There are no exceptions. Clutching the wine pot in my hands, I nervously think about Raphael's audience with the Emperor. Out of the corner of my eye, I spot a boutique on the street. Mustering my determination, I run in. Wanok, sir, I need to buy a set of clothes and a mask. After changing my outfit and claiming to be a maid from Wanxing Tower, I finally managed to sneak inside. After bribing the maid bringing in wine, I placed Jade's Chill on the tray and followed the other servants.
소신이 오랫동안 전하의 명성을 흠모해왔는데 오늘 전하의 친필을 감상하는 영광을 누릴 수 있을까요?
Duke Zhao, I have long admired your Highness's artistic talents. May I have the honor of appreciating your paintings today? Hidden behind my mask, I discreetly glance in Raphael's direction.
국공의 기대를 저버릴지도 모르겠군. 오늘은 붓을 들 마음이 없네.
Raphael, I'm afraid I must disappoint you, Your Grace. I'm not in the mood for painting.
오, 전하께서 무슨 일로 근심하고 계십니까? 술 한 잔이면 1000가지 근심도 사라지게 되지요. 여봐라, 어서 기욱 전하께 술을 놀리거라.
Duke Zhao, oh? What could be troubling your highness? As they say, wine washes away 1,000 sorrows. Servants, quickly bring wine to his highness.
내 근심은
Raphael, my troubles. I turn the side of the wine pot labeled Jade Chill towards Raphael. He glances at me, seemingly casual before taking it.
내가 마음에 둔 이가 있는데 그 사람도 내게 마음이 있는지 알 길이 없으니 아주 고민이지.
Raphael, there's someone I admire, but I'm uncertain if she will return my affections. This has troubled me to no end. I feel Raphael's finger tap at my wrist. I nervously hold my breath and quickly back away.
전하가 이렇게 지극한 정을 품고 계실 줄은 몰랐습니다. 허나 세상에 꽃은 많으니.
Duke Zhao, I never would have guessed that your highness was a lovelorn soul. But as they say, there are plenty of flowers in this world. I dash out of the room without stopping and only pause after rounding the corridor. My heart is pounding like a drum. Wonok, that should do it. Everything should be all right now. Startled by the sound of footsteps, I quickly hide behind a folding screen. A familiar figure appears at the end of the hallway.
가면까지 쓰고 수상하게 움직이니 무척 의심이 가는구나.
Startled by the... Oh wait. Wearing a mask and skulking about, it's very suspicious. The matter was urgent. Your Highness, I had no choice but to resort to an improper tactic to deliver the message.
들킬까봐 무서워하면서 결국 여기까지 오지 않았어?
I only wanted to bring the wine to you. Oh shit, what the fuck?
잡았다. 나 때문에 온 거라면 지금 후회해도 이미 늦었어. 네 마음속에도 내가 있잖아. 그렇지?
I don't know why we're doing this. I don't know why we're doing this. Check what? What am I checking? His face?
왜 전화를 하지 않고 기우기를 하는 거야?
Wait, what? Why do you call me Raphael instead of Your Highness? Because, oh. Well, that's cute. Oh, it matches his outfit. But why are we doing this? Aren't I supposed to be getting the fuck out? But I can give to Raphael. What? What did you say? What? Because there are some words I can't say to Your Highness, but I can give them to Raphael. Oh, okay.
그리움이 물고기 한 마리 되어 내 마음 깊은 곳으로 헤엄쳐 오네. 그대 있는 언덕으로 흘러가고 싶어라.
Okay, isn't he supposed to be at this banquet and aren't I supposed to be like escaping? What the fuck was that about? I'm so confused right now. Okay. I tilt my head back to look at Raphael's face and ask a question in a soft voice. Raphael, are you satisfied with this answer?
어제의 질문에 대한 대답이라면 매우 만족스러워. 하지만
If this is your answer to my question from earlier, then yes, very much so. However,
한참 부족해.
it's not nearly enough. Raphael presses his forehead against mine, his eyelashes touching my skin. A ticklish sensation reaches the depths of my heart.
네 마음을 더 듣고 싶어. 언제부터 나에게 마음이 기운 건지, 지난 한 해 동안 나를 그리워한 적은 있었는지.
I want to know more about your feelings. I want to know when you first fell in love with me and if you've missed me in the past year. But why can't you tell me these shit yourself?
그리고 앞으로의 모든 생각을 듣고 싶어. 매일 네가 말해주길 바라.
I want to hear every thought of yours from now on. And every day I want to hear you say,
기욱을 정말 좋아한다고.
I like you so much, Raphael. Well, aren't you gonna tell me some shit? How come I have to do all the talking? If I were to stand here and tell you everything one sentence at a time, I fear I wouldn't finish by nightfall.
그럼 하나만 알려줘. 어떻게 날 찾아오기로 한 거야?
Raphael, then at least tell me why you decided to look for me. 'Cause I didn't want you to fucking die? Sir? I cup his face and slightly move back to create some distance between us. I'm too embarrassed to truly confess. Wanuk, it's because I was worried you wouldn't be able to fix the soul probe before you met His Majesty. Yeah, I thought you were gonna fucking die.
아, 네 말은 날 거절할 수 없다는 뜻이구나. 내가 없으면 안 된다는 거지.
I don't know. I feel like you're trying to make me feel burdened right now, and I am feeling burdened. Oh, in other words, you've discovered that you can't bear to refuse me. You can't live without me. My guy.
아무리 생각해도 내가 너무 걱정돼서 잠도 못 자고 이른 아침부터 날 찾아온 거지.
Raphael, those emotions kept churning and boiling in your mind. You were so worried that you couldn't sleep. And so you wanted to see me at dawn. Nope, those are your words.
네 눈 밑의 그늘이 바로 그 증거야. 부정하지 마.
And you're telling me I have dark circles, bitch? Those dark circles under your eyes are the proof I need. Don't you dare try to deny it. What the fuck? You fucking asshole. I never expected him to guess my true feelings so accurately. I feel my cheeks burning with embarrassment, but I still nod to give him confirmation. Wanuk, remember how you said that the young lady responded to the gentleman in the play? But the story ended there, or how you said. I've written an ending for it. Would you like to hear it?
당연하지.
Raphael, yes. Wanuk, if only I could see your silhouette, then I wouldn't need a bridge of magpies to cross. I'd call upon the evening breeze to swiftly carry me to your palace so I wouldn't feel at a loss. I tilt my head and rest my chin on Raphael's shoulder. I speak softly. Also... Oh, okay, there's only one answer. I like you, Raphael. I like you so much, Raphael. Suddenly, I feel weightless as his hands hold my waist to lift me. Raphael's lips brush against my ear, and I feel a tingling sensation on my skin.
나도 너를 정말 좋아해.
Raphael, I like you too. I really, really like you. Red silk ribbons flutter behind us, and traditional music plays. But at this moment, all I can hear is Raphael's increasingly rapid, uncontrollable heartbeat. Oh, I thought that was going to be the end of the story. Standing at the corner of the street closest to the Imperial Palace, I finished the third pot of tea in one gulp. Oh, that's a lot of liquid. Why hasn't Raphael returned yet? It's been 4 hours already. I hope nothing happened to him. As I pace anxiously, I finally spot his horse-drawn carriage in the distance coming through the palace gates. I hurry to meet him. Wanuk, how did it go? Nothing went wrong, I assume. Raphael leans down,
이게
points
뭔지
to him.
보여?
points to himself and moves his head from side to side. What do you see here? I don't see anything.
목 위에 머리 멀쩡히 붙어 있잖아.
Raphael, the head upon my shoulders is intact. Oh, okay. A weight is removed from my heart, and I quietly extend one foot.
갑자기 왜 밟으려는 거야?
Why are you
무서워라.
suddenly stepping on me? You're so cruel. Some people are into that, but... Raphael gently strokes my head and pulls me into his embrace. Wanok, the Soul Pearl was presented and your audience with the Majesty is over. What will you do now? Raphael holds my hand and intertwines his fingers with mine.
널 위해 더 큰 마당으로 바꿔주고 나는 운소에 남아서 너랑 함께 해야지.
Raphael, for you, I'll find a larger mansion. Then I can stay in Yunxia with you. Wanok, you can't. Won't Jella fall into chaos without you? I'm startled until I see the amusement in his eyes and realize he's joking. I relax.
전에 내가 너에게 답을 재촉했던 건 그땐 나 혼자서만 망설이고 불안했기 때문이야.
Raphael, I was desperate for an answer from you because I was the only one feeling anxious and uncertain. Raphael takes my hand and places it over his heart.
하지만 지금은 달라. 네 손을 잡고 있으니 더는 조급하지 않아.
Raphael, it's different now. With you by my side, I won't be nervous anymore.
언제 출발하든 어디로 가든 목적지가 어디든 우리는 길을 잃지 않을 거야.
Raphael, no matter where we set out or when we set out, which direction we take or where our destination lies, we'll never lose our way.
넌 그저 네 걸음에 맞춰서 천천히 오면 돼. 나는 이 손을 놓지 않겠다는 약속 하나면 충분하니까.
Move at your own pace. All I need is your promise to never let go.
기다릴게.
I'll be waiting. Oh, okay, that's nice. Okay, that should be the end of the story. Oh, that's not. 3 months after the delegation departs, I complete the last chapter of my Jade Atlas and receive permission from His Majesty to return to Jala. Driving my small horse cart across the vast hazy plains, I glance at the most carefully wrapped item amongst my luggage. It's a jar of jade chill. Wanok, this should be more than enough for Raphael to enjoy. I'll deliver it to his residence at once. Smiling, I turn and see Raphael waiting under a tree that's not too far away. A familiar wind, the only one Jala possesses, sweeps past. Yet, this time, it carries traces of a crisp, cold fragrance.
역시 넌 늘 시간을 잘 지킨다니까.
Raphael, as expected, you're as punctual as ever. He opens his arms wide and I smile as I rush into his embrace. Wanok, Raphael, it's been a long time. Okay, that's the end. Yay, that only took 3 hours. Yay! Wow, I still have another one? Wait, which one is this? Did I do these already? Oh, I got another New Year card? So I have 2 New Year cards from him? Wait, I didn't realize I had 2 New Year cards from him. Yeah. 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 Yep, let's do that. That sounds good. Sure. Fantastic. Glad we figured that out. Okay, hold on. Wait, did we not? Hold on. Hold on. What if we... Trying to see if I did
이
these
냄새
already.
어디서 맡아본 것 같은데. 조금만 더 맡아볼게.
Damn. What are you, a cat?
고양이? 나한테 고양이 닮았다고 하지 마. 제어가 안 되네. 어떻게 이렇게 미묘한 향수가 있지?
Why are you saying... Now you're saying I smell weird? That's rude. No, you just said I was smelly. That's not okay. You just said I was smelly. Only I can say that I'm smelly. You cannot say that I'm smelly. Well, no. Okay, let's see. Okay, promise. What do I have to do? Wait. Wait, ascend? Oh, let's take a snapshot. Okay. Let's, sure.
야, 70%.
Mm-hmm. I don't like that one though. This one's cuter. Whoa. Can't believe this asshole called me fucking stinky. You know, fuck it. Oh, wait, what? What's this? Hmm. Ooh. I don't have the money for that though, so it's fine. Maybe we'll change the hair. Oh, that's not bad. Yeah. I don't feel like decorating them. Okay. So that was a snapshot, and then we'll do photo booth. No, let's switch up. Hold on. Wait, how do I take off the... That looks a little too Jesus-y. Let's, Man, that looks super Jesus-y. What the fuck is this called? Glory of Thorns? When you walk out on the thorny path, those past struggles become the jewels in your crown of glory. Obtain from secret's kiss, deep warmth blessing. I don't remember this story. All right, we're gonna just look a little Jesus-y. Crucifixion Jesus, you know. There you go. Please turn towards me and then get closer. Can you get closer? No? Okay, me. Okay, gaze. That partner. Damn, that makes it makes it look like my neck is really hurting. Also, his expression looks little. Okay, wait. Duo. Let me just... Okay, that's okay. There's no room for Jesus between us. Look at that. Okay. I think I made my cheeks too chubby. Something about when I did character creation just... No matter how I think about this, my neck is gonna hurt. What poses? Oh, cute. Are there any dynamic ones? Oh wait, where are we? Oh, that's cute. Oh wait, we should probably get a background. Where's the moon in this situation? Wait, isn't there a moon? Hold on. The moon is somewhere. Wait. The moon is... Yeah, I see the moon in the background, but is it because we're sitting? Okay, lighting. Oh my god. Should we go further? Okay, let's do a different pose. I know the moon is in the background in this whatever. Okay, that's good. Yay! I like the photo booth stuff. So there's AR. We don't fuck with AR. Ugh, Abyssal Chaos takes for fucking ever. Enhance protocores 5 times. Let's see. We should probably do that from... do it from here. What's going on with this? Oh. Oh, wow. Do we have the pair? Fantastic, we have the pair. Okay. He looks really good in the medieval shit. So I've kind of deduced that maybe this guy is based on Cloud Strife. And then this guy is Sephiroth. You know? But like, Silas isn't always hot, and it's like, sometimes the way they render fucking Silas, I don't really like the way they render his skin. Also, he's Alucard, or Alucard. So he's Sephiroth and Alucard? It's weird. What? Let's do this one. Oh. Hey, nice. Fantastic. Wait, do we have the pair? Hold on. Do we have the pair? No, we don't. Ooh, did we do the date? It looks like we got the reward for it already. Oh! Ooh. So there's one. Intimacy game. Well, that sounds fun. Okay. Oh, wow. Ooh. Oh, I get those currency too? Oh, that's nice. That's nice. Anyone else? Wow. It feels like really cold in here all of a sudden. Okay. Okay. Ugh, fuck. Well, I need to do a bunch of dishes before I decide that I don't want to. And now that it's cold, I need to really do it now because I know I'm gonna try to like not do them. All right. So let me find someone to raid. I just need to make sure that they're on, really. Oh, wait. Yeah. And then let me get another Twitch. I just need to see who's on. Okay, so she's on, good. Damn, this dude looks like one of my friends for real. What the fuck? I was like, that's not his DJ name. That's not your fucking DJ name. Clear Obscura. Panda. Wow, why is it so fucking cold in here? That's really weird. What a welcome alert. Okay, now I can't find where the... Okay. 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 Alright, Tango Kid and Sephi and anyone else who was lurking, thanks so much for hanging out. I appreciate it. We're gonna raid Mother Gamer. Oh! Oh, was that me? I mean, the burp was me. I thought I heard something else, so that was weird. Okay. All right. We won't necessarily have a schedule, but I really am trying to push out a Substack post tomorrow. Oh, Echo. So if if you're on Substack, I am also on Substack. Kind of like eventually we'll make some moves off of things. I don't know if we can really get off of Twitch just because like I don't think people are gonna get off of Twitch to watch people stream on Substack. You know what I mean? Like it's not gonna be the same kind of vibe. But who fucking knows, right? So yeah, I'll see y'all later. There's lots of things to email your representatives about. Genocide, AI data centers, ICE, you know. So do that and help at your local food distributions and all that stuff. But I'll see you later. Okay, bye. Okay, bye. I don't know if it went through.